we're still in refresh mode for spring. Right here, I had 2 passion fruit vines that were growing beautifully. They were a little young, so when the frost hit, they didn't make it. And I'm pretty certain that they're not going to come back at this point. So today we're going to do a little temporary makeover, if you will. I'm going to pull these out. I'm going to top up these beds, and I'm going to put in some shade annuals because this area gets a little bit of shade, a little bit of sun. So these will do great here, these begonias and caladiums. And hopefully I'll be able to find some more robust passion fruit vines this spring to be able to put them in the fall once all of these start to taper back. The first thing I'm going to do is take the trellising out. I used garden fencing for this, and it worked quite well. So I just need to snap it loose, and I think that will actually release most of this. Yeah. Got my handy dandy wire cutters. Oh wow, there's some roly-polies crawling around on it. So another good indication that this is 100% dead material, because roly-polies, pill bugs, they feed on decaying organic matter. There are actually a good number. To them, this is like a all-you-can-eat buffet. Last cut. Yep. Well, that didn't work as I thought. It's fine. We'll just cut through some of the branches, which are very friable now, so it's very easy to do. Trying to open it up because I do know I'll need to pull this up from the root. And oh man, there's a ton of pill bugs down here. It won't be hard to pull up. Yep. Yeah, this was never coming back. You see how easily this just pulls apart? It's decaying. It's pretty much completely rotted out. One down, one to go. Now there's been a lot of settling in both of these beds, so I'm going to top them up with some more soil. I'm not endorsing any particular brand of soil, but this was the best deal when I went to the big box store. So this is what we're going to use today. And trust me, I've tried as many different soils as you can imagine. And some are better than others. But in my experience, at the end of the day, they're all about the same. And when you do as much gardening as I do, my priority is affordability. I would like to fill this all the way to the top, and this bag is not going to be enough, but I do have another half bag, 3/4 of a bag. Oh, this is very close, very close. So I'll fill the other one, and then we'll come back and top up as necessary. It's pretty good. Yeah, see, I'm not too picky. I have this left over from topping up my green stalks, and we'll use it to give this a little extra volume, as well as on the other side. Now that we've got both of these containers filled up and leveled off, it's time to do some planting. So we're going to put the caladiums and the begonias alternating all around in the containers. And you know what's next. We have to amend. So now, usually I say that I'm going to put the fertilizer in the planting hole, but I'm actually running a little bit low on plant tone. So I found some bone meal, which I'm also running low on. But bone meal is high in phosphorus, so it's really good for flowering plants. So it's really going to help our begonias out. So I'm just going to give a light sprinkling of both the plant tone and the bone meal throughout both beds. The new soil that we put in here already has some fertilizer in it. It claims to feed for 2 months. And honestly, I'm not super committed to how this comes out. This is a very temporary, just want it to look better than it was looking with those dead passion vines. So yeah, we're just gonna give it a little sprinkle and rake it in. Nothing too fancy today. Just kind of divide the bag equally. The other half will go in the second bed. And I know. Read the bag. Use the suggested amounts. But when I tell you this is literally just a corner left in each of these bags, it's not even enough to follow the appropriate directions. But I will say you should always use the appropriate PPE. Even though this is organic, you should handle it with gloves. Ideally, I should probably also be wearing a mask because it's a little windy today and you don't want to inhale the dust of this. One day I will take my own advice. I went ahead and laid out how I want my plants. I did some more bad math at the nursery, and so I'm, again, short one plant. So this planter will have one more plant than that one, but it's okay. They will spread, they will fill out. But also, this looks a little sparse right now because, again, it's temporary. I'm not doing this for any particular reason other than I just hated looking at those dead passion fruit vines. But if I were trying to make this a show-stopping center of attention for my backyard, I would fill this like as tight as I could. I wouldn't wait for them to spread out or anything. I would space them this close all the way around, right? I would have some other smaller flowers probably around the border. I would pack it to the brim. So when it comes to plant spacing, I'm sure you've heard other people say it. You can ignore it if you want to, especially if you're not trying to get a really huge plant. If it's just for decor, I say go as hard as you can. Put them as close as you can bear to put them. All right, well, I finished just in time because it looks like the rain is starting up again. But one thing I do love about shopping at a nursery, I mean, you guys know I start most of my plants from seed, but when I get to go to the nursery and buy a flat full of plants like I just did, I love to keep these little 3-4 inch pots because they come in so handy when I'm potting up my own seedlings in spring and fall. So think about that. There's lots of little tips and tricks that you can do to make your garden system more economical, more affordable, and more sustainable. I'll bring you in close on these. I think they look pretty good. The only thing left to do is water them in, but looking at the weather, I don't think I need to.